Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. So today we're going to take down another Super Battle Road stage done with no items. Today we're going to take on the Revived Warrior stage. Now, this again is another one of the ones that I feel like is not really too bad. I mean, yeah, there's definitely some annoying parts, but I would say Angel Golden Frieza in this stage really dominates, like really can show exactly how good he can be. It's interesting because they just shove tech type, like so many tech type enemies in this stage, and you have the two Angel Golden Friezas. So because of the way this stage is set up, where the final fight is two tech types, again, it's one of those things where you don't want to use too many AGL units in this run unless they're very good defensively, like AGL Tapion is. And you may want to load up on int types because there is no physical type opponent in this stage. This stage is actually bizarre because like the way other category stages are designed to just like slap you up at every turn, whereas the Revived Warrior stage is like it's like fairly mild in comparison. Again, it's just not like I would say the most troublesome opponent in this entire stage is this int Great Saiyaman right here. This is the guy that always seems to give me a lot of difficulty. Once I get rid of him, like the rest of this fight is pretty much a breeze, right? And the Revived Warrior category used to be one of the largest in the game, but now, we've since had others that have surpassed it. Stuff like the Goku family, the Buu Arc team is, of course, bigger. The Pure Saiyans team is a lot bigger. Those categories, the biggest in the game. Revived Warriors is still, reasonable. Like, in my box right now, I have 90 units, but, 6 of those are just, like, extra copies I'm saving to use as Elder Kais, right? So I basically have 84 units in the Revived Warrior category right now, which is decent enough. Outside of the units I brought here, there are still a lot of units who really could have helped out. This is just what I decided to go with, right? Now, I brought Transforming Frieza. I wasn't really too sure with what I wanted to do in that final spot. But I decided to go with Transforming Frieza because of that healing. I felt like that would really be able to benefit me a lot, like all this different healing that Frieza can do. And it's like, once you get past this first part right here, Frieza will do fine. And look how much damage Transforming Frieza took right there. A big factor in that is the double Angel Golden Frieza on rotation. Both of them are lowering Great Saiyaman's attack power. So, that's the thing. Like, that Angel Golden Frieza, man, such a formidable unit. Then, of course, we have Tech Golden Frieza and his very strong EZA, so he's able to tank well. Plus, AGL Tapion lowers attack, so, I keep targeting Great Saiyaman, and we're going to even further lower his attack to the point where, we're able to get through it, pretty mildly. LR Bojack, I feel I haven't really used LR Bojack much lately, but, in this stage, he really gets a chance to shine. Offensively and defensively, LR Bojack is, I would say, still a top-tier LR. He's on, a really good team in movie bosses. Maybe if there was a better Bojack unit to pair with him, because even his TUR nowadays is kind of lackluster. I mean, it's a good unit, but it's not like something super strong. I do feel as though we eventually could get a Bojack Dokkan Festival, because, the LR is Bojack and then the Galactic Warriors, right? So we could get a full power Bojack Dokkan Festival exclusive and like pair him up with LR Bojack, and that's just GG right there. That is going to be very impressive. All right, so here we have a rotation where, I got Tech Cell here and Transforming Frieza. Both of them, would be in danger. Now, the thing about Tech Cell is very powerful, but you do want to get him a large amount of orbs. Especially if you get him a big amount of orbs, Tech Cell is going to be very good defensively. He'll be able to tank those shots, no problem. But again, you do have to get him a solid amount of orbs for him in order to be able to actually do that. So, like, right here, this is a situation where I was thinking, like, did I want to sacrifice a super attack for Frieza? Because of the way transforming Frieza builds up his defense with every super attack, usually in my brain it's like I must super with him. But like now that we're just down to this Great Saiyaman fight, I'm like, I'm not really too concerned with having Frieza super. But then, you know, Frieza did get an additional super attack for us, which is really, really nice. But Cell, you know, Cell is also able to heal on his super, which is really, really big. You know, having healing for these no item runs is like essential, right? And then Tapion, dude, like Tapion's not going to do a lot of damage, but the fact that he reduces damage by 50% and lowers attack, he's going to keep you really sustained defensively. So we don't really have things to worry about too much with him around, right? 68k on a super in Super Battle Road is not bad at all. In so many of these runs, I'm taking way more than like 68k damage from super attacks. Like I know like AGL Zamasu takes like 90k, 70k from normal attacks, and Tapion is taking less from a super. It just goes to show how good that Tapion can be. Then of course, you know, Tapion lowering his attack plus Angel Golden Frieza lowering his attack, and we're able to keep the enemies locked down quite a bit. Now, there's still a number of other units who you could use that would be very helpful here. I don't think LR Broly for a no-item run is a good idea. I mean, you probably could hide him, right? Like, you know, on this rotation right here, if we had LR Broly in the middle spot, it's not like he would be in too much risk or anything like that, right? But I just don't think it's the best idea. I'm talking about SCR LR Broly, by the way. Majin Vegeta can work, but I would highly advise against that, just because the last fight is against the two tech-type opponents that you'll be in for quite a while, so it's just not very smart to bring AGL units outside of stuff like Tapion, who can really, really defend for himself, and he's lowering enemy attack, right? Now, Tech LR Broly, I did do a few runs. I was trying him here and there. I mean, that Broly is just ridiculously powerful, right? Like, the damage he can dish out on Super Battle Road, he's doing multiple guaranteed super attacks. But I don't know. I just felt like transforming Frieza with his healing was a little bit more of a necessity. I felt like, you know, Bojack, because Bojack is int, will completely dominate that last phase, and just was a better fit for me to use here. And you know, I feel like that did turn out the case, because Bojack really is able to dominate for most of the fight. Because again, the other thing too about Bojack is the lower your health, the better Bojack's defense is going to be. So if you're really, really low health, Bojack is going to be working very effectively. So we got a really, really good luck right here with Trunks supering Tapion, because, I mean, you know, Tapion has type advantage, so that's going to completely neutralize that. I super attacked Trunks right there because Trunks is attacking a lot. Well, Trunks is attacking more at the end of the rotation than Goten was. So that was just me thinking, like, all right, let me save a little bit of damage, right? Outside of, like, I guess, like, looking at the fact that the Dokkan attack is coming soon, it probably would be smarter to spread damage out, but I feel like I was probably focusing in down on Goten right here, because Goten, I feel like, you know, we could potentially get rid of quickly. Now, every time you get one of these rotations, this is actually such a great rotation, because of the double Angel Golden Frieza, again, their attack is neutered, especially Trunks, because Trunks had his attack lowered by Tapion last turn, then the two Angel Golden Friezas, so Trunks is going to hit like a kitten at this point. He's not going to hit very hard. But you know, anytime you have Tech Golden Frieza on a rotation, you know, you always, like, it's like, oh, man, if only they could just, like, all be attacking one spot. That's, like, a complete free turn, right? But I feel like LR Tech Broly, he could get the job done in this stage. No items. I just didn't really use him, right? Looking through, I feel like LR Metal Cooler, LR Int Metal Cooler would be a solid unit for this, especially because that last stage has those multiple tech-type opponents, so we would be very, very looking good with Int Metal Cooler here. Plus, you know, his ability to get multiple super attacks the way he does, Metal Cooler is just a strong unit. Angel Super Saiyan 3 Goku, I don't really advise. That's not really a great idea, because he has no defensive ability whatsoever, which is just not good. Okay, is this on... Okay, so we did eat a super attack right there, which is a little unfortunate, but I don't think it's going to be anything that's too bad right there. You know, we took a lot of damage. Actually, are we going to get... We're going to get a Hirudegarn transformation on the next turn, I believe. So Hirudegarn will be able to do a decent enough amount of damage. And then we're also going to get a Dokkan attack next. So Hirudegarn... Oh, no, we're not going to get the Hirudegarn transformation. Well, I guess we're just barely above 50%. Because that would have been very beneficial to have gotten Hirudegarn. Yeah, see? This is unfortunate. It's like... really want to get that Dokkan attack with LR Bojack here. That's like very, very important for Bojack to get the Dokkan attack because he is going to like completely incinerate Goten. He'll do massive damage to Trunks. It's going to get us like pretty much full healing back. So like whatever I did there, it just had to be a situation where we were getting that Dokkan attack with Bojack. I don't really recommend bringing the Kid Boos to this event. Super Saiyan 3 Bardock I guess could work. The only thing is, you know, his attack being lowered by Ancient Gold and Frieza could be an issue here and there. Plus, like, most of the team that is good to bring for this is villain. So, like, you know, one of the big special things about Super Saiyan 3 Bardock is how he gets that ridiculous support type passive active when your health is low. But at the same time, Bardock also does have a chance to seal. So, you know, if your Bardock is getting those seals off, he certainly can be a solid option here. AGL Metal Cooler, as amazing as he is, again, the final fight being multiple tech-type opponents does make me shy away from even AGL Metal Cooler, but I know Metal Cooler could definitely handle himself, because Metal Cooler lowers attack, and he does heal if he gets hit in a turn, so that's good. And then he also has his Giant transformation, which is very, very helpful, so I do think Metal Cooler could get the job done. Int Cell is another unit who could be good. Tech Android 16 is a unit that I did not bring because I wanted more offense, actually. Because Transforming Frieza is not as good defensively as 16, but Transforming Frieza hits way, way, way harder than 16 does, right? So, like, even though Android 16 is so good defensively, it's also a little bit RNG, too, because you do need 16 to activate his guard type ability in order for him to completely neutralize damage the way I'd like. So that's one issue. Looking at it more, I mean, Tech Tapion you probably could go with. Darkness Toa is an interesting option because she does heal you to full if you fall below, what, 30% HP, but I've found that it is incredibly difficult to, like get that to happen, like fall below that 30% HP, get the full heal or whatever. I mean, maybe it would be a good try, but especially with, again, you know, for the 1000th time, the double tech opponents at the end, I didn't really decide to go with that. Maybe some of the Super Saiyan Bardocks, I mean, physical Bardock, I guess, could be kind of useful because he does seal. STR Fat Boo is another unit that could be very good with his stuns. STR Fat Boo is on a lot of teams, and he is, you know, he does create STR orbs. You know, you get one of them AoE stuns off, and you're good. Also, Oob. LR Oob, I think, is a really good option here. I already, you know, put up the super type run I did where pretty much thanks to LR Oob, I was able to no-item the super class stage. Like, that was based upon him, you know, transforming and healing 40% HP like 3 separate times throughout the run is very helpful. He could do the exact same thing here, right? You know, obviously, if he got more dupes in Oob, the better. As of right now, my Oob is only 55%, and he was still able to handle himself quite well. So, I actually am becoming more and more of a fan of that LR Oob unit. I'm looking. I see SCR Demon King Piccolo there. I feel like potentially he could be useful. The thing about him is he does greatly lower enemy attack, which, I mean, you know, lowering attack is incredibly useful. So greatly lowering attack, that's just like a godsend. That is so powerful. So, like, you know, it would be nice to run him, but I feel like he also would take a little bit too much damage here. And, like, despite the fact that Demon King Piccolo has, like, such massive numbers on his passive, I believe his stats are a little bit lower from a summonable unit than what we usually see, which is why, even though, you know, you might get seduced by how ridiculous his passive is with, like, 200% attack and stuff like that, he doesn't end up doing, like, 4 million damage or anything like that, right? So, like, the actual attack stat of the unit combined with, you know, certain attack links they have play a big factor in how much damage they're going to do. Now, I put Bojack in that first spot as an int unit. Funny enough, he does get targeted twice for super attacks. I was a bit hesitant to put Tapion in the first spot against all those attacks. I feel like Tapion can handle it, but like, I mean, there you guys see, like, he's not taking double digits anymore in this fight against tech-type opponents, so he's still going to be good as far as damage reduction compared to some other units, but, you know, it is a little bit scary. Cell getting the double super attack right there is just huge, because Cell heals on every super. Now, these are the rotations that are just beautiful. Double Angel Golden Frieza with these two tech-type enemies, they can't even touch us. And my strategy, too, is to get rid of Pikkon as fast as possible. Because, you know, with the two of them together, there's just way too many attacks being dished out all over the place. So I thought that by getting rid of Pikkon, minimizing the amount of attacks we would take, that would be the smartest thing to do. Because that Angel Goku, like, see, while Pikkon is already at half health, Angel Goku, you know, he's not exactly physical Super Vegito, but Goku does have a high amount of health. So, okay, we got pretty lucky here. You know, Golden Frieza getting hit with a super, that's always best case scenario, because even Angel Golden Frieza would have taken more than, you know, 1,000 damage right there. But this rotation right here was huge towards us getting this W right here, this no item run. It just, again, Angel Golden Frieza, I would actually say, like, Angel Golden Frieza was almost like the MVP during this run. Yeah, Angel Golden Frieza or AGL Tapion. I feel like they're like the ones that have had the biggest impact. This was a shame right here. Like, obviously, I kind of want Bojack is the best defensively on this rotation in this situation, so I wanted him in that first slot to defend against all those attacks, but unfortunately, I'm not able to get a super attack in that first slot. And then the other thing, too, is, like, you know, transforming Frieza doesn't really link up the best with Tapion here, so this one was a little bit of a rough situation in terms of what exactly I wanted to do. But, you know, by doing that, all the SCR orbs are there available for Frieza. Again, it's pretty important for Frieza to get those super attacks off because he does stack both attack and defense. In particular, you really want to get those supers off so he can stack that defense. Pikkon and Goku are very super attack happy on this run, as you guys can see. Goku has super like every single turn so far, hasn't he? And we got an additional from Bojack. That's very helpful. Again, the quicker we get rid of Pikkon, the better it is. And he's gone. There we go. And then now, you know, Tapion can just continue to focus on keeping Goku's attack lowered, and we shouldn't really have too much to worry about. Yeah, look at that. Now that his attack is sufficiently lowered, he's not able to do 40k to Tapion anymore, 27k or whatever it was. So now at this point, it's just the long, slow, steady process of putting Super Saiyan 3 Goku down. By this position, I would say, like, at this point already, we do have the win pretty much guaranteed. Now, you guys might have noticed it earlier in the video that my phone dropped. It was under 5%, was the little notification at the top. In a little bit here, my phone actually did die during the run, but I was able to, you know, just like load right back in. That's one of the really good things about Dokkan is if, like, you know, your phone dies in one of these stages, you could just continue right back from where you left off. So that's good. We're able to completely get the no item run done. All right, so Cell will get another super attack right here. Continue to raise our health. Again, it's just Goku seriously just sits here and he just has so much freaking health, man. He just tanks like crazy. Now, I'm pretty sure this right here is about where my phone died. I think, like, this rotation starts and then it dies. And then, like, when we load back in, it comes, like, right back into this spot. So it was definitely a little bit weird. And there it goes. Goodbye. And then when we load it back in, it comes right back into here. It was weird. It spat us out, like, right in the middle of the turn. I guess it gave me credit for getting those yellow orbs, I think. But all right, so Hirudegarn will do his couple attacks. This is the other thing that Hirudegarn is capable of doing. Hirudegarn, you know, when you drop below 50% HP for Tapion, he gets those super attacks out. you know, he's not able to take any damage for that turn. That's always so helpful, these giant transformations. Again, Metal Cooler has also got it, but, you know, I've already gone over a million times why I was so hesitant to use him. Like seriously, I did not want to run Metal Cooler in this fight. Well, at least, you know, not unless I had, like, lost over and over and over, but we hadn't, right? So, at this point, Harudegarn and the rest just clean it up. At this point, there's still a few Super Battle Roads left that I have not done. I think this is the last run that I recorded, basically, because I did a lot of runs on Super Battle Road last weekend. And then I used a number of keys testing out some of the stages, because I realized that the World Tournament this weekend, so I'm not really going to have time to run a lot of these Super Battle Road stages as much as I would like to. So, you know, I'll probably... It's going to have to be next weekend. I'm going to try and knock down Extreme Physical, I think Realm of Gods, and Extreme... just the Extreme class stage. And then that would leave... Is it just Potara and Fusion after that I have not done? Now, Potara and Fusion, you might think that those are going to be the two easiest because of LR Vegito and LR Gogeta, but I think those are going to be, like, big-time RNG, like, fests. Like, you're going to have to really get lucky with the Fusions, I think, in order to actually win in those stages. So, you know, we'll see what happens. Again, the next one I'm probably going to try and take out is Extreme Physical, and then I might head over to, you know, maybe the Extreme class or something like that. But we've gotten most of the stages done now at this point. So, all right, guys, we'll go ahead and finish up. Revived Warrior, no item, is complete. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one.